welcome to the Cook-Up. And this is our inaugural The Cook-Up for 2025. Now, last year we had a great run. We had lovely guests who gave us quite a bit of information about our 5 intangible cultural heritage domains and elements. And this year, we want to go even a step higher. So we have a real treat for you this year, beginning with today. And today, we have a special guest. But before I introduce her, my name is Alicia Daniel Blake, and I am the Research and Communications Officer in our department, Cultural Heritage. Now, we begin with a flashback to SugarMas 53 in a sense, because our guest was one of the winners for SugarMas 53. She won the primary segment of the Junior Calypso show. So I'm speaking about none other than Adiaha. Welcome, Adiaha.
Hi.
Sadly, though, we would have liked to also interview Mighty J, but he wasn't able to make it. And so we wish him all the best in his CXCs, and we look forward to interviewing him after June. Now, Adiaha, we welcome you to the show because we know you have extraordinary talent. And in our 5 ICH domains, that would fall under what you call the performing arts, because you're a natural performer. Your performing won you that show. But before we get into that, I need to remind you about our social media handles, because any of the shows that you would like to see, you can find them there, including those that we did in 2024. So on Facebook, we are at SKN space ICH. On YouTube, we are at St. Kitts Culture. And on Instagram, we are at Cultural Heritage SKN. Now, Adiaha, back to you. Now, you also have a big presence on social media, but we're not going to go into that as yet. First off, Cook-Up connoisseurs, our menu is delicious today. Our cook-up is going to be really tasty, and Adiaha is our assistant chef. So, Adiaha, we're going to look at the clip first, and then we're going to start our conversation.
Okay.
Now, Adiaha, that is killing your performing arts. You rocked it, right? Congratulations. And we see that you have your crown right next to you because you did very well. Lovely. Now, how did that make you feel to win that crown?
It made me feel surprised and joyful.
No.
My sister was crying literally, like tears going down her eyes.
Because she's so happy and proud of you. So you are very confident. How old are you? 9.
Yes.
Lovely. Can't wait to see what happens as you grow older. Now, inspiration. Tell me the story behind the words to your calypso.
You can always be different in your own ways.
And the dancers that you had, each of them portrayed something different. So one was a ballerina. What were the others?
All of them were dressing up different, and they were all dancing different because the song is just explaining how you can be different.
So is it a bad thing to be different?
No. It's actually really normal. Everybody's different in their own days.
Exactly. I agree with that. So do you like singing in general?
Yeah.
Okay, so calypso. Why calypso though? Could have been reggae.
I don't really like reggae, but calypso does caught my eye.
Lovely. And what other types of singing do you do? So you do calypso. What else?
That's the only one that I did for now, but
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna do way more soon for later.
Lovely. So when did you begin singing calypso?
Probably in 2023 and
Mm-hmm. You remember
or
the?
2022.
Okay. Do you remember the name of the song?
Yeah, going to the movies.
Going to the movies. So was that song exactly about what the name of the song is about?
Yeah,
So why is going to the movies exciting?
because you get to watch a movie.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is The Purple Crayon
The Purple Crayon, right?
and the
Okay.
man.
Very nice. And who helped you with that song, I Am Different?
My dad helped me with the song, and I also helped him fix some things I didn't like in the song.
Right. So you made it to fit you
Yeah,
and so that you could perform at your best.
yeah.
Okay. So who helped you at home? Did you have to practice at home? Did you have to practice with the band? How did that go?
My mom helped me at home, and she helped me do the dance and dance while I was singing.
You know, I was going to ask you about that because you have some spectacular dance moves. So it's on your mom then.
Yeah.
Good. Do you play any instruments? Because you said your dad helps you. And for those persons who don't know the name of your dad, what's the name of your dad?
Adiaha Inanga.
So he's a musician.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you do any other type of music?
Yeah, I play the trumpet not so well. At least I can make a sound out of it.
Right.
And I can play the piano.
Very nice.
Still getting there.
Good. So it's a work in progress. You know what they say, anything worth having, you have to practice.
Yeah.
Right? It takes a challenge. Okay. Lovely. And tell me some of the things that you enjoy about music. How does music make you feel?
It makes me feel calm. And the pop music just makes me feel excited.
Okay, nice. And we are going to take a short break. Cook Up Connoisseurs, those of you who don't know, Cook Up Connoisseurs, you're the ones who are consuming our delicious cook up, and we'll be right back with more after this message.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? You see what real happening. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every day mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization. Okay. Adia, now you are such a lovely talent and you have on such a lovely outfit.
Thank you.
Okay, and I know bows are in, but you know the kicker or the excellent part of your outfit is the crown. So tell us now, We heard the first verse of I Am Different. Explain to me what the second verse is about.
We are children and we should respect others.
Okay. So, does it explain about maybe some of the challenges that persons who are sometimes seen as different can face, like some of the bullying and stuff like that?
Yeah, because people could get bullied and that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to spread the word that you can be different in every other way.
Lovely. So, being different may sometimes come with challenges, but you can overcome them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, other things like in the song, you said little things in between, like gimme, gimme, gimme. Who told you to do that?
My mom all the way.
Yes, because you know why? Because usually Calypsonians have little stuff that they say in between.
Yeah.
So that came easy for you?
It took a little bit of practice, but it was good.
Okay. Yeah, because it's like ad-libbing your stuff in between. Tell us about Stoffy. Or Stuffy. Yeah. What's Stuffy?
Stuffy is a cat with this shaped ears, and she has big eyes.
So is Stuffy a cat in real life or a cat in your imagination?
Cat in real life when I drew it.
And you drew her. Is it a her or him?
Her.
You drew her. Now, I also happen to know that Stoffy is something online. What can you do online with Stoffy?
So you could submit art, and then we can send it to you on like shirts, pants, anything you would like.
All right, Cocoa connoisseurs, did you hear that? Young Adia and her dad have a page that you can go on there and you can upload your art, and then you can get something merchandise from it. So that's something very interesting.
Yeah.
And also your calypso that you did initially, your first calypso. Is there a little skit, a little cartoon for that?
Yeah, it's on our YouTube page.
What's your YouTube page?
Stuffy.
And how do you spell Stuffy? Because I don't think it's
Stophy.
right. So you don't put inside that U, it's an O. Yeah, so it's good to hear about Stuffy and some of the things. So you can get your artwork printed. Do you have a live pet?
Be like a
Like
live,
Stuffy.
a
You
Stuffy
have
pet.
yeah, you said Sophie is a real animal. Do you have another
No,
real
that's
animal?
no. It's like a mascot.
It's a mascot. Okay. You have a real animal?
Yes.
What's his name?
Her name is
Or-
her name is drumroll Coco.
Coco. And what does Coco do? Coco is a nice, calm.
No, opposite, a troublemaker.
Okay. So what kind of things does Coco do to get in trouble?
Bite up stuff. Like I'm not. Like when I was trying to take a rest today, he just jumped on the bed.
That's a lovely awakening.
Opposite of love.
Opposite? Okay. All right. So that's Coco. So now let's get back to some of the other things you like. What's your favorite color?
Yellow.
Yellow. Why?
Because it's the color of sunshine. And my sister changed it.
How? So yellow wasn't always your favorite color?
My pink was my favorite color. My sister used to bully me for it. And then she started liking pink. So she said, 2 people can't like pink in this house. So she told me to change my favorite color, even if I had it for the longest while. So I changed it to yellow.
Lovely. I like yellow. And look, your dress has in some bits
Yeah.
of yellow.
I like sunflowers.
You like sunflowers?
Yeah.
What's special about them?
Because they look like the sun.
Do you draw sunflowers?
No, I draw
Yeah.
the sun.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the best way how to draw a sun is in the corner of the paper. Like if you draw in a circle, I don't know about you, but the best way to draw it is at the end of the paper.
Oh, I need to come to your class.
There's no class.
I need to learn how to draw. So
Well-
I'm not teachable.
You can learn. You gotta learn the basics though.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. What are some of the other things that you like to draw?
I like to draw humans
Oh,
and doodles.
and doodles. What's the favorite part of a human that you like to draw?
The head.
The head. Okay.
My least favorite is the body. It's so hard, especially the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Hands are so hard to draw. I drew a perfect hand before, but it was on my Spanish test.
Tell me about that. Do you like Spanish?
Yes.
Oh, so tell me something in Spanish. You know, once you say you like Spanish, you have to tell me something in Spanish.
Okay, let me get ready. Okay. Yo estudio español mucho.
Oh, I think I understand. You study a lot of Spanish.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. And that's key because we do have a lot of Spanish speakers among us. So that's very good. So any other subject that you enjoy?
Yes, social studies.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite subject.
Oh, why?
Because it's geography.
You love that. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can tell me the capitals of places and stuff like that?
Not like that.
Like what then?
I could tell you about Quebec,
Oh, Quebec. What language do they speak there?
French.
Nice. What else?
I know a lot about Canada too.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been?
No.
Okay. All right. So, Adia, I was really digging into that conversation, Cook Up Connoisseurs, but there'll be a little bit more for you when we come back. So, don't go anywhere.
What's up with you? Girl, you look like you're off in dreamland. Focus.
Focus, it's Valentine's season. Love is in the air. You not here? So Dave said he loved me and I have 24 hours to respond. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say.
That doesn't need telling. When he say I love you, you simply say I love me too.
What's that? And who even does that?
I do.
Me too.
I love you too simply means I love me enough to make myself a priority. And it starts with making wise decisions.
This Valentine's, I choose to abstain and to protect my name.
This Valentine, I choose education now, and this is my solemn vow.
I choose to keep my virginity and maintain my dignity.
Wise choice, because saying yes to him is saying no to you. I choose self-respect over self-neglect.
Okay, I get it now. I love myself too. This Valentine, Dave can keep his love. At this point in life, I choose self-love. For learning to love oneself is the greatest love of all.
Hey baby, you know I love you, right?
I love me too.
Cook Up Connoisseurs, welcome back, Adia. Welcome back. We were talking about school and stuff that you like to do and so forth. So, you must be almost finished with school. What class are you in?
I'm in grade 4.
I was joking. I know you have a good way to go, but that's good. And I understand that one of your teachers is going to be leaving school soon.
Yeah, Miss Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have gave her some shoes because when I went to town, I saw some cute Stitch slippers. I was like, Miss Maddie would love this.
So does she like Stitch?
She's a
Ah,
Disney fan.
okay. All right. So what else about her that you like?
She made me like math more.
Oh, okay.
AKA when I was at her class, like the first day I got her, I hated math. She just changed it. I still hate math, but
Not as much.
yeah.
That's good. So, all of this makes you you. Now, let's go back and ask you the question pertaining to this year's show. Are you going to win?
Definitely, I'm gonna crush it.
So, what would you say to your competition out there?
Good luck.
You heard it here first. All right, so Adia, I'm going to get back to you in a second, but right now we are going to have what we call our seasoning mix. So, cook up connoisseurs, get ready for the seasoning mix. So, remember, seasoning is something that make your pot sweet. And our seasoning mix is going to let you know about some of the sweet things that we have coming up for cultural heritage. So the first up is what we call our cultural survey, our cultural skills survey. So you have to go on our social media sites, and just a reminder, our Facebook is SKN space ICH. Our YouTube is Saint It's Culture, and our Instagram is Cultural Heritage SKN. There you will find the QR code, and it has our survey. So you adjust your phone to it, put your phone to it, and it will go directly to our survey, and there you can tell us what you want to see on the cook-up. Sorry, not on the cook-up, but rather in our master classes where you can learn a cultural skill. Now, our first master class that we had to do with stonework. And so several gentlemen learned how to do traditional stonemasonry. Now, I would have really liked it if one among them was at least one girl, but you know, Adia, we have to strengthen our females, right?
Yeah.
But it was all males, and they were able to learn how to do the traditional stonework under Master Roosevelt Devon. Now, he has a French name, and he was able to show them exactly some techniques on how to do stonework in the traditional way. So you go on to our sites that I just mentioned and scan the QR code and tell us exactly what you're interested in. If you're interested in how to make conky, because you know that's what's happening at this time of the year, Easter. If you're interested in learning how to make a hat with straw, or make a basket, or any other cultural skill, or even to learn how to dance one of our folklore. So go on there and let us know exactly what you would like to do. And these are short, intensive adult courses. And then we'll also be visiting our elders. And you know, our older ones have so much information to share with us, and sometimes we don't remember that. And so we are making sure, we're making a conscious effort to go out and visit with them. And this isn't the first time that we've partnered with our older ones, because you're looking at pictures from the griot, which we had at Shadwell. And that was the first griot, and believe me, it was excellent. And our griots, or our storytellers that we had a children's corner, Adia, and there we had Keisha Isaac Adams, and she was showing our young students how to write their own stories. So you have to come to the next one, Adia. And then we also had a segment that was historical, and that was done by Leonard Stapleton, where he showed our, or explained the Buckley's uprising. And then we also had Jumbie stories. Cook-up connoisseurs, what good is a storytelling without a Jumbie story? And that was done by Lachlan Tatum. So the next one is going to be coming up soon, and it's going to be at Wingfield. And there always has to be a nice big tree for us to sit under to tell those Jumbie stories. And it's going to be the day before the music festival in June. And then we're also going to be inviting our volunteers to come and assist us in any way that you can. And again, you have to go to our social media pages and you will see a different flyer this time. And you can scan the QR code and you'll be able to fill out your personal information and you can become one of our volunteers. Now, there's lots of work for you to do. We have a camp, which we have in the summer and also in the Christmas break for our students, and that is a folklore camp. And so they'll be learning how to do different types of folklore that are endangered though. So how many persons know to do the traditional clown dance? So we'll be having some of that. We'll be having persons learning how to play the string band instruments. We'll be having young people learning how to stand up on those stilts to be the Makajumbi. So those are the things that we would like you to come and assist us with, even on the Junior Carnival Parade Day, because we have our students there and we need our volunteers. And any of our other activities, such as griot and things like that. So come on board. We can use your help. So Adia, let's get back to you now. If there's anything that you would like persons looking at us today and looking at you on our show today to remember about what you have said today, what would that be?
To be different in all of your ways, and you should always be kind to others. Even if they lost a leg, lost an arm, you should always be kind to them.
Well said. Now, after she has said that, I don't think there is anything much more for me to say. So, Cook-Up connoisseurs, stay tuned to us because we'll be continuing our programming for the year. So we had a great inaugural show. Next week, same time, same place, you will see Living Heritage. That is our show that is prepackaged, and that is a mini documentary. And we'll be telling you about storytelling at our next show, next Thursday. So stay tuned for that. And then the following week, we'll have another Day Cook-Up with another spectacular guest or guests. So see you there. And remember our tagline, together we can safeguard our living heritage. See you next week.